Hello everyone and welcome back to another coding tutorial. In this episode I'm going to be showing you how to make a login page using JavaScript, HTML and CSS. So before you watch this video I recommend you watch my previous coding tutorial, which is and that is this video here. So JavaScript Basics quiz. So it's where I show you how to make a quiz in JavaScript and how to navigate codepen. So and it also shows you some really good JavaScript concepts in it. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and create a new codepen. I'm going to call this login page. And I recommend you also have two other tabs. I also recommend you open htmlcolorcodes.com and fonts.google.com. I'll explain why we need those later in the video. So I'm gonna start by doing the CSS first. So I'll do background colon and then so there are a few default colors where you just type in the name of the color and it'll give you it, like green, black, red, blue, and yeah, these colors aren't very nice because they're a bit too bright and vibrant, and yeah, if you wanted a different type of color, you could go. This is what htmlcolorcodes.com is used for. So you can pick any color you want by using this slider. So you slide it like this to pick the color, and then you drag this around to pick the lights, the brightness of it. So down here is just fully black. Down here is fully white. And then if you want a sort of bluish color, you'd go about here. And another tip for creating a website is to have a sort of color theme. So if I go to one of my websites, as you can see, I've gone for this purpley rainbow kind of theme, and you should stick with that theme because if you did two colors that did not go together at all, it wouldn't look very nice. And yeah, so I'm going to erase that blue thing and then do hashtag and then color I just found. And then if you want to change the color of your text in HTML, in CSS, sorry, you need to go to your body and do color colon hashtag. Of course, I have no text on the thing yet, so I'll do h1, which is just heading 1, and then hello. And then, of course, it kind of blends in with backgrounds. So I recommend you choose a darker color for the text and a lighter color for the background. Now, of course, it's quite a boring font right now. So if you want to change the font, you do font minus family colon, and then you can do sans serif. Now, this is just one of the default fonts, as there is also Impact and some others. But of course, these fonts are quite boring. So if you wanted to pick a different font, say I wanted this one, or maybe this one. So I click the plus, click on this, and then copy all. Copy all of this. Go back to my HTML, a few spaces in front, and then paste that in. And then, as you can see here, it says the name, so it says Indie plus flower. Now, you can copy this, if I can actually copy it, but I think you will have to get rid of the plus and replace it with a space. And there you go, have your font. But I'm just going to be using sans serif in this example because I feel if it's a login page, you don't really want people to be focusing on how pretty the fonts are. You want them to be just logging in. And so now we've done that. And now, of course, we need to add some input. So do it. And then to add in input, because of course you can't really do anything with this one, so you want to be able to have an input. So you do input and ID equals and maybe login, and then you do type equals password box, and then you'll also need to do, and then, well, actually I want to show you a really good example I found by someone on codepen called Jeffrey the Programmer. Now if I go to public, now this is someone else's account, so credit to them. And as you can see here, here's an example of how they did their input box. So yeah, and if you made any errors or mistakes, you can go look at some examples. And of course, you may have noticed I made a slight little mistake here. And then input. Yep. And then hello. And of course it'll dot it all out, because if someone's looking over your shoulder, say you're on the train or something, you don't want them to be reading all your passwords. So now we've got our password box with the ID of login. I can go ahead and add a button. So what this button will do is when you type in here, it'll do like say hello, and then press the button. It should log you in and change, and maybe change this to say successfully logged in or something, blah 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 blah. And then if I do ID equals, actually I don't really need an ID, so then I need to do onClick equals, and then I might do submit, and then brackets this, and then login. Now as you can see, you may not like it like this, but what it does is it puts the login button right next to the input box, which might not, you may not like. I don't really like it either, so I'm just gonna, you can just put a paragraph there and it'll sort out the problem. And then also if you wanted to add some text in front of the input, so you want to do password, and then as you can see it says password, and then you can type in here hello. Now what you may also want to do is create a username type thing if you wanted to. That's only if you wanted to though. I'm just going to go for password now, for now, and then maybe in the future I'll show you how to add a username. So I just realised having hello as the title isn't a very good thing to explain what page is, so I'm going to call it login page, and then save, and then so we've got all of our style and HTML done, so we don't need to worry about that anymore, although I do need to add an ID on my H1. Just to note, you can call your IDs whatever you want, so I'm just going to call it title. The only reason you need IDs is when we're in the JavaScript, we need to access all of these to be able to change them, so we need to be able to change some of these to say different things, and we need to be able to see this, so we can see the ID, so then we can see what the value of the input is. And now what you may also want to do is create a paragraph saying please log in to your account. And the only reason I'm adding this is so later on when you successfully log in, text, and when you successfully log in, we should change this so then it will say like logged in or something. Hooray! And yeah, so now it's on to my favorite part of programming, which is the JavaScript. So yeah, and if you want to see how I did that, is in CodePen you can like slide these, so you can like, say you weren't bothered about doing JavaScript and just wanted to do CSS, you'd slide those to the side. If you wanted just to do HTML, you'd slide to the side. Just do JavaScript, slide to the side. So it just makes it feel a bit more space, and then you can also slide this up and down, so you can like view your website while you're coding. So first of all, I'm going to add a comment at the top of my program saying an awesome code pen made by a waffle, and then use a smiley face. It doesn't matter what you put in here, this is just like notes. These put for whoever's looking at your code, or for you. You might want to put like notes, like say like I was making a variable called hello, and here I could put a comment saying like making variable hello, making variable hello, and then it'll just explain what you're doing in this stage. So yeah, basically the computer can't read comments, so it doesn't really care what you put in it. So the first thing we're going to do is get the paragraph text. So we're going to do var text equals, and then if you go back to your code and look what the ID of your P is, your P thing, paragraph is, and then of course mine is called text, so I can copy that and do document get element by ID, and then text. And yeah, I think I might do it, organize my thing like this, then I'll be able to see all of the IDs and all my HTML while I'm coding away. So yeah, now I'm going to find the inputs. So var inputs equals document get element by ID, and then I call this one login. And then finally the button, doesn't really matter. So now I've found these two, I can just JavaScript time. So I just forgot I need to remember what this is called. So I called my onClick function on submit. So then I just feel like it makes a bit more sense to call it submit. So then it sort of explains what the function does. So I'm going to just to test it's working. I'm going to do an alert and then working, and then when I click login, it'll do working. Hooray! So you should always do a little test to see if you have a bug in your program, say when you click the button it's not doing what you want it to do. First of all, add an alert at the top just to check that it's actually running the function. You may have just misspelled the function name or forgot the brackets, which I normally do, because if I remove these brackets, and then I put the alert here, and then of course it won't do anything when I click. Then if I add the curly brackets back, then hi. So now we've done that, we need to think of a good password name. Now, waffle is a pretty good one. Well, it kind of has to be waffle, but yeah. So now if I do if inputs, which is, remember, the login thing, dot values, this is whatever the user types in here, is equal to waffle, and then curly brackets, and then here I'm going to do text.inner HTML equals, and then success. No. Success. Never mind. Successfully logged in. And then I'm going to do an else statement, which is if you didn't type waffle, then it's going to do text inner HTML equals incorrect. And then if I do say, so first of all I'm going to do password, which is definitely not waffle, which is going to be pancake login. Then incorrect. Now if I do waffle, hopefully, yes, successfully logged in. So that was just a basic tutorial showing you how to create a basic login page using JavaScript. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and turn notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!